Bay. That's what Hanalei means in Hawaiian, is crescent shape. You can see the pier all the way over to the left. That was also in the South Pacific movie. Hanalei Bay is one of my favorites. I live in Kapa'a, which is kind of right in the middle of the island. And so as far as drive time, it's I can go to Poipu or over this way about the same amount of time, but I enjoy Hanalei Bay. It's one of my favorites.
Hey, did you hear what a man say?
This beach we're getting. This beach we're getting ready to go right over the top of, guys. This is Lumahai Beach, but it's also known as Nurse's Beach from the movie South Pacific. So that's where she washed him right out of her hair.
I wanna be lively myself, y'all.
Unfortunately for me, I just washed all the hair right out of me. So. You look straight down on either side of the helicopter here, you see these flooded fields. And those are taro fields. They grow the taro very similar to the same way you would grow rice in those flooded fields like that. But has anybody tried the purple mushy stuff, the poi? Tried it? Yeah? Do you like it? Yeah. Usually if you don't grow up with it, you usually don't like it. You know, if you happen to go to a luau, they're going to have it there. Yeah, I'd recommend get a couple of spoons of it. You know, a spoonful. I wouldn't try much more than that. Unless you really, really liked Elmer's glue when you're 5 years old, you're probably not going to like it. And so it's a starch. It's like a rice or a baked potato. You know, you have to add something to it. And so, yeah, I always recommend either salt or sugar. Either one of those kind of makes a difference. And again, that comes from the root of the taro plant. And then you have the taro leaf, the lau lau pork. It's wrapped in a green leaf. And it tastes a lot like cooked spinach when they cook it. Hanalei Town is just a neat place. You'll see pro surfers, Laird Hamilton, Bethany Hamilton. She was the one in the movie Soul Surfer. 13-year-old girl had her arm bitten off by the shark. Great movie, a lot of kawaii in it, if you happen to go back and look at that. And she still lives here, still surfs that little section back there at Tunnels, and that's where it happened at. And coming up on your right, guys. I'll bring it in. I want to get a close view for both sides of the helicopter, but this is Namalokama, that waterfall coming right down the middle. You get to see about 2/3 of that waterfall. It's over 4,000 feet tall. We usually just get to see about half of it due to the clouds, but it's beautiful. It's like the water's just coming right out of the heavens. Again, I'll give you both, on both sides, a good close look. Got a few wind bumps right here, but again, no big deal.
Facts kind of small. The people there know they got it all. The simple life for me.
Probably see this from the cruise ship when you guys come around this evening too. A long ways off, but the clouds pick up.
Wailua River Valley is where I used to play. The canyons of Waimea, standing all alone. The magic of the garden now is calling me back home. When I was young, not too smart, I left my home looking for a brand new start, to find a place that's better still. Now I know I never will. Helion to Kauai, Hanalei by the bay, Wailua River Valley is where I used to play. The canyons of Waimea.
This next valley, guys, this is the, as far as I'm concerned, this is kind of the crown jewel. The Napali Coast, and then this. This is Hanalei Valley. Hanalei Valley is a conservation area. That's really the only way to see this. There is a overlook that you can see part of it, but really you can't see the whole valley, and the only way to see it is really flyover. Not even hiking trails through here. how many shades of green can you see? It's just incredibly lush. And the first waterfall is down here on the left on Jeffrey Carroll's side. You have Pacoa Falls. Bring a couple on the right side. Any of you guys saw the movie Avatar? When the creators of Avatar flew through here, this is where they had the inspiration to build the landscape for Avatar. Waterfall coming up on the right. And right here in front of us, right below that white mineral deposit, there'll be a couple on the right below it. Then I'll bring another one up here on the left. Just a moment. Beautiful with those clouds draped over there. This one. Any of you guys saw the last Jurassic Park movie, Jurassic World? This is where almost all the aerial videography was done with the helicopter. And you go back and watch that movie, you'll recognize the helicopter in the movie. Same paint scheme and color. It's one of our helicopters. So they just took our name off the top of it, put a different tail number on the back of it for JW001 for Jurassic World 1. Then right after the movie, they painted it right back. And so I had to fly that helicopter here in Kauai and also down on the Big Island. So if anybody took a flight down there, you may have flown on that helicopter. That's where it's at now. And Waipuna Eha here on the left. And right here in front of us, guys, all the way at the end of the valley, you see the only place that's not green, that white mineral deposit, looks like a big eye. That's a landmark that you can make out in the movie Jurassic World. It really stands out. All of us helicopter pilots here, we ended up going and buying the Lego set when the movie came out for Jurassic World because it has our helicopter and Legos. So, what do you guys think about Kauai from the sky? It's beautiful, huh? Came out here 3.5 years ago. Took this same flight. Fell in love with it, sitting right where Jeffrey's at. And spent about 2 weeks out here hiking, backpacking, camping, doing the things I love to do. Thought it was probably the only time I'd ever be in Hawaii, period. And ended up going back home, and this place just resonated in my soul. Kept thinking about it, and so I thought, man, I remember thinking that helicopter pilot, he had a pretty good job. I thought he kind of had a nice gig. I'd like to do that. And I was a helicopter pilot before I came here. I learned how to fly back in 2000 from an Army Cobra pilot. This was my little boy dream to fly these things from the age of 2. And so when he moved in close to my house, I started taking lessons, just kind of worked my way through all the license and just kind of kept it as a hobby, flying over the Smoky Mountains of North Carolina and Tennessee just on weekends. And then before I moved out here, I was your UPS guy. That's what I did for 27 years, 4 months, and 3 days. And so went back home. I promised myself if they ever offered me the job, which I didn't think they would, you know, it's not an easy job to get. I'm sure a lot of people would like to fly $3 million helicopters around paradise. So I started applying, but I made myself a promise if they ever offered it to me, I'd take it. 6 months later, I got the call, started the interview process. The scariest thing I ever did in my life was turn in that notice, you know, and I've never lived anywhere but Tennessee. And I turned in the notice, took that leap of faith, and I can tell you 2 years later, I love what I do. I love this island so much, so no regrets whatsoever. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. This is an incredibly special place right through here. The whole island, I think, has some magic, but this is Mount Waialeale. This is the volcano crater that created Kauai. And right above us is usually the wettest place on Earth, so we only get back here 30-35% of the time. Today I can take you guys all the way in the back, show you the whole crater. Welcome to the birthplace of Kauai, guys, where it all began.